So in the last episode of Capsule, I spoke about the potential retirement of the big three, the current big three of rap: Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. So yeah, it does seem like we're nearing the end of an era in rap music for sure, but there's definitely some bright spots still here. There's still some dope talent on the rise. It is sad to see the previous big three are kind of nearing the end of their careers as far as being super consistent goes and competitive. But there are some things to look forward to, and I want to talk about who I think is the next big three coming up in rap music. So like, what does it mean when I say big three? Big three is what most people regard as the best rappers of today, right? And for me, that criteria is having the ability to rap at a high level. Like, I'm talking rappers, I'm not just talking artists in general. So having a high level ability of rapping, being able to make great music, so putting together cohesive bodies of work, putting together great albums, putting together great songs, and also being able to have commercial success, hit records, charting on Billboard and all that shit, having the accolades, the commercials, the endorsements, all that type of shit as well. That's what people mean when they say the big three of rap. Being at the top of the game, the kings of rap, and having the combination of those three things is what makes it difficult to kind of choose who is going to be the next. As I said in the last episode, it's not as clear cut as it was back in the day when Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole were on the come up. It's tough because there's a lot of artists out there that can come up with a hit. You know what I mean? Like, or become a viral sensation, or have the next big track in the club, or whatever the case may be, the new song that's playing in 2K or Fortnite. But I'm talking in terms of having that balance. Like, there's a lot of underground rappers who are superb lyrically and can tell a great story and put together good albums, but they also lack in certain areas as well, like maybe not having great song structure. It could be very like formulaic, where it's just like verse hook, you know what I mean? Not a lot of creativity to it, just kind of straightforward rapping. And then there's on the flip side where there's people who are super creative, but then they don't have rapping skill at all, really. You know what I mean? So this list is about having that balance of the perfect marriage, which I feel like Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole have. You know what I mean? That's what makes them the big three. That's what makes them so great. Kind of like before their time, we had Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and Kanye. That was probably the prior, the big three prior to them. So yeah, now that we know the criteria, I want to get into why I chose these three to be the ones I think who can be the next big three going forward in rap music. So first, I'll start with JID. J.I.D, amazing talent, signed to J. Cole, signed to Dreamville. Probably has the best technical rapping ability out of these three. Bars for days. He's one of those guys, he could just rap for 5 minutes straight. Incredible flows and patterns and pockets that he gets into. Very creative with his rapping ability. The way he rhymes words is intricate, you know what I mean? Like, almost kind of like Eminem and Kendrick in a way, where it's like he's rhyming multiple syllables. It's not just like the end word of the bar. He's rhyming multiple syllables in between. Maybe in halfway through the bar, he rhymes something in the next bar. You get what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit. Great debut album, The Forever Story. I don't think it made my top 10 list of last year, but it was definitely close to making it. He definitely one of the most improved artists, I think, over the last few years, just because earlier on I felt like he was just really good at rapping, not necessarily the greatest at making like songs, but he definitely improved a lot. And at times he could be a little too bar driven from a songwriting standpoint, but like I said, his debut album, The Forever Story, he definitely stepped up big time and showed that not only can he rap his ass off, he can also write great music and tell a story as well and make a cohesive project. I thought he did a great job with that album. So I think for JID, I think it's It's a matter of just continuing to improve, which I'm sure he will. And if he could get that balance of, yes, having the crazy bars, being the crazy spitter, but also being able to make those great songs that touch the soul, that's when I think his career is really going to take off even more than it already has. You know, next after JID, let's talk about Cordae, who I think could also be, I mean, he's already doing big things, man. His debut album, The Lost Boy, nominated for a couple Grammys. He's got pretty big records out there. He's everywhere. You know, you see him performing at all the award shows, all these things. He's very active, you know. I think he's in a relationship with Naomi Osaka, the famous tennis player. So, you know, he has that kind of he's in the magazines and shit like that as well. So for me, I felt like his debut album was a lot better than Bird's Eye View. Bird's Eye View was still solid, but I think his first album was really where he showed his true potential. And I think Cordae is probably the most balanced out of the three of these ones. You know, with JID, it's high rapping ability, Baby Keem more melody and things like that. And I think Cordae has a good balance of both, but I think he's kind of lacking in Cordae's kind of lacking like an origin story. You know, a lot of great artists have this origin story. Like Jay-Z was a hustler from Marcy Projects. Lil Wayne was the kid from the Hot Boys. You know what I mean? Like Drake was from Degrassi, Canada, Toronto, and now he's this big rap superstar. Kendrick Lamar from Compton, signs with Dr. Dre. You know, he's kind of missing that background story. It was kind of just like he was in like this group, and then he was like solo Cordae. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I think it kind of takes away from the appeal a little bit. You know what I mean? Almost kind of like industry plantish, if you will. I don't really like that term, but like it almost seems like an overnight thing. You know what I mean? Like we didn't really get to see the grind of Cordae on the come up, like how, you know, we've kind of seen that with JID. Even though JID was, you know, signed to J. Cole, you've kind of seen it like a slow build. You know what I mean? Like even Baby Keem had multiple mixtapes out before his big project with Melodic Blue. So yeah, from the outside looking in, it looks like he kind of just came out of nowhere and got pretty big, and a big push. Whoever's behind him gave him a big push pretty fast, but that's not really like a hindrance to him. That's really helping him, if anything. And Cordae does have a lot of potential, and he's already very skilled. He can rap at a high level, and he's good at writing songs. So yeah, sky's the limit for Cordae. I'm excited to see what he does next. The single he has out with Anderson .Paak is fire, so I'm sure he has some heat in the tuck. He also has his own label that he started, High Level. So the kid has the right head on his shoulders. I think Cordae is gonna go far. And last but not least, Baby Keem. You know, Baby Keem, I think Baby Keem has the most potential, out of the three to become a superstar. You know, he has the best debut project out of the three with Melodic Blue, Grammy Award nominated. Just really a great album. Like that's not even, to me, that doesn't sound like a debut album. That sounds like you've already done like 4 or 5 albums already. Like, you know, he's probably, I don't want to say the weakest, because he can rap. He definitely improved his rapping ability a lot. Coming from Die For My Bitch to Melodic Blue, he definitely improved a lot lyrically. For me, it's not really so much about bars with Baby Keem as much as it is about flow, energy, and hooks, you know, and melody. It's kind of where he's the best out of the three, hands down, when it comes to hooks, making catchy records, making anthems, you know what I mean? Like Family Ties with Kendrick Lamar, his cousin, who, he signed to his label, PG Lang, you know. And I guess it could seem like kind of a cheat code having Kendrick Lamar in the studio with you, but, you know, and him and Kendrick Lamar being his cousin, but it's not really one-sided with them. I don't feel like, you know, Baby Keem also has production and writing credits on Damn for Kendrick Lamar, on the Black Panther soundtrack, and also Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. So it's not one-sided, like Kendrick's just feeding him all this energy and ideas. I think it's a back and forth between the two of them, and Baby Keem is helping Kendrick, and Kendrick is helping Baby Keem. You know, it's clear that Baby Keem is the protege, but you know, he's also able to help out and assist as well, and can hold his own. And the fact that he makes beats and does production as well, it makes him incredibly versatile and dangerous. You know what I mean? He can make these incredible high energy bangers like Mosh Pit, and then on the next song, he could have a song like 16, where it's like this like pop ballad, you know, almost like Drake, Kanye 808s type of sound. You know what I mean? And that type of sound and that type of versatility, you know, that's what puts you on the pop charts. That's what puts you to that next level. You're played on different types of radio stations. You're getting put into different types of categories. So I think Baby Keem has the potential to be massive. You know what I mean? All of them have potential to be great, but I think Baby Keem has the most potential. Even just the way his visuals are put together, the attention to detail. You can tell that he, you know, looks up to people like Drake and Kanye. I could see it and I can hear it. You know what I mean? Like, it's there. And then Kendrick Lamar is on that level too of artistry. So Baby Keem is extremely dangerous, and I think out of the three, I'm most certain that he's gonna live up to that hype for sure. You know, all these guys are young and have immense potential and ability. You know, they've already proven that they can make great music and have great projects already made. So it's like, and they have the right backing behind them. You know what I mean? Especially with JID and having J. Cole, and Baby Keem having Kendrick Lamar in his corner. You know, and Cordae has all types of co-signs and all types of artists fucking with him. So, you know, I definitely see these three becoming the next, maybe not the biggest, but they have the opportunity to be and have great careers. You know, will they live up to the level of like a Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole? You know, it's tough to really say, because again, like I touched on in the last episode, I think we're not only in the end of those guys' career, but we're in the end of an era where it's like, I don't know if we'll ever have that type of rap superstar again. I hope I'm wrong, you know what I mean? But I just think the times are changing. It's different. The output is different. The way music is digested is different. The way we consume music is different. So will they be like those three? I'm not sure, but I do believe that, you know, each one of them has a classic in them. I think they can make a classic. You know, will they? That's time will tell that. But I think they have the potential to make a great album, 100%, and have great careers. You know, and regardless, I'm looking forward to whatever they put out next.